Bryce Mitchell announces he no longer supports Donald Trump, predicts Mark of the Beast is coming in 42 months. I do not, and then his quote is, I do think Donald Trump is that beast of Revelation 13:3. So I translated the really important parts here, so we'll read that and then we'll watch the video, but this will be the preface right here. Bryce goes, I'm not with Donald Trump no more. I don't support him. I don't like him. I think he's a corrupted leader. The first thing for me is that he didn't release the Epstein files. They're even acting like they didn't exist. And of course, they're sending Israel and Ukraine all of our tax dollars, just like the numbnuts before him, Joe Biden, did. And now he's blaming the beef farmers for the price of beef. If you're a Christian, I want you to get into Revelation 13:3, and I want you to read that verse about the Antichrist, about the one that was fatally wounded in the head. Then he was miraculously healed, and the whole world marveled at him and said no man can make war with him. Yeah, I do think Donald Trump is that beast of Revelation 13:3. I'm totally done with this dude. He's done to me. He's a goner. He's compromised. He's right up there with the rest of the pedophiles, man. So, oh my goodness gracious. He called him the P word. President Trump, he called him the P word. So without further ado, oh, and for the record, Bryce Mitchell did see this. And he did respond. He responded to this lovely lady right here. Here he is, Thug Nasty. Exactly. I saw that too. You're so correct. So Bryce saw my post as well. Figured I'd let you guys know that. So here it is. Bryce denouncing Trump.
I want to let y'all know I'm not with Donald Trump no more. I don't support him. I don't like him. I think he's a corrupted leader. And, yeah, it took me a while to come to that conclusion, but I finally am coming to it. I do not like the guy at all. The first thing for me was he didn't release the Epstein files. They're even acting like they didn't exist. And, of course, they're sending Israel and Ukraine all of our tax dollars, just like the numbnuts before him did. Putting America last. And now he's blaming the beef farmers for the price of beef. Hey, I'm not biased, man. He talked a good game. He tricked me. I was fooled. I admit it. Okay, now let me tell you how bad I think this is, though. This is really this bad, guys. I want y'all, if you're a Christian, I want you to get into Revelation 13:3, and I want you to read that verse. Yeah, about the Antichrist, about the one who... Hey, I want to let y'all know I'm not with Donald Trump, no one who was fatally wounded in the head. Then he was miraculously healed, and the whole world marveled at him and said no man can make war with him. Yeah, I do think that Donald Trump is that beast of Revelation 13:3. Yeah, go read it. Go read it. There ain't another man that's ever walked the planet that fits Revelation 13:3. Then read the rest of the chapter, and it'll tell you the mark of the beast is coming in 42 months. Now, I'm not saying that I know that Donald Trump is this man of Revelation 13:3. I'm just saying he's the only one who could be right now. Go read Revelation 13. He's the only man that fits that description. Yeah, and I'm totally done with the dude. He's done to me. He's done. He's a goner. He's compromised. He's right up there with the rest of the pedophiles, man. And it sucks to say that because I supported him for a long time, but he's a good actor. And he had me fooled for a long, long time. Who was fatally wounded in the head. Then he was... God bless y'all and thank you.
Okay, we're looking up Revelation 13:3. I do have some things to say about this whole thing that Bryce just said, as far as Trump is concerned and all that stuff. But before we get into that, let's get into Revelation 13:3. Here's Revelation 13:3, New Living Translation, the beast out of the sea. Then I saw a beast rising up out of the sea. I had 7 heads and 10 horns, with 10 crowns on its horns. And written on each head were names that blasphemed God. This beast looked like a leopard, but it had the feet of a bear and the mouth of a lion. Okay, so I think the part Bryce is talking about is right here where it goes, the dragon gave the beast his power and his throne and great authority. One of the heads of the beast seemed to have had a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was filled with wonder and followed the beast. People worshipped the dragon because he had given authority to the beast. and they also worshiped the beast and asked, "Who is like the beast? Who can wage war against it?" The beast was given a mouth to utter proud words and blasphemies and to exercise its authority for 42 months. It opened its mouth to blaspheme God and to slander his name and his dwelling place and those who live in heaven. It was given power to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them. And it was given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation. All inhabitants of the earth will worship the beast, all whose names have not been written in the Lamb's book of life, the Lamb who was slain from the creation of the world. Whoever has ears, let them hear. If anyone is to go into captivity they will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword they will be killed. This calls for patient endurance and faithfulness on the part of God's people. Damn, Bryce low-key is good at reading the Bible and like relating it to real world shit. So basically, the beast was given to the mouth of the utter proud words and blasphemies to exercise its authority for 42 months. This is basically translated to Trump being elected as president. How long is a term for presidency? What's 12 times 4? That's 48, right? So it's not exactly 42. That would have been crazy if this was 48. 42 months. I don't know. But 42 months I guess is close enough. 42 months, 48 months, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I mean, the wound as far as the gunshot, this is all very interesting. The other thing I would say that stands out to me about this Bible verse is that Trump, he's notorious, even in his first presidency, for getting along with a lot of these guys, man. Like Putin he got along with, Kim Jong-un he met with, right? Like those are two of the people who like don't fuck with the US at all. And he pulled up on them and he fucked with them, you know? And so that kind of does speak to the part where it says people worship the dragon because he had given authority to the beast, and they also worship the beast and asked, who is like the beast? Who can wage war against it? You got Putin and fucking Kim Jong-un, right? Literally pretty much scared of Trump, which is crazy. People always chalk it up to Trump being a good negotiator and stuff like that, but hey, we're talking Bible verses tonight. Now, on the fact of the Bible verse, I think it's a good time to bring this up. So Bryce did respond to a comment on here. Shout out Brie Eckert. So here's what she said. She goes, "Yes, Bryce, you are correct, and that's why he didn't put his hand on the Bible at the second inauguration. Definitely a lot of demonic energy was there at the inauguration. I don't think he was demonic in his first term, but inviting Elon and the satanic AI people into the White House is probably what brought those evil spirits." Bryce goes, "Exactly, I saw that too. You're so correct," right? And then look what it says here. It opened its mouth to blaspheme God and to slander his name and his dwelling place and those who live in heaven. So it's just interesting, Trump not touching on the Bible, and then this is a part of Revelations as well. I mean, not touching on the Bible in a Christian nation as the president of the United States, you might as well be blaspheming God. You might as well be. Because other nations, like, especially like the Muslim nations, they pay attention to that shit. They're like, oh, he doesn't have any God in his life. He didn't even touch the fucking Bible. Like, God is very prominent in a lot of other nations. And if we don't appear, right, like we're also backed by God, I think that could be a red flag for other nations when they're looking at us. But anyway, I'm going to say more about this, okay? I'm going to just tie some things together here that are random, but make of it what you will. You got Dana White, right? And I don't think Dana's a man of God. Just being genuine, I don't think Dana's a man of God. Hey, you don't have to be a man of God, all right? It's fine if you're not. I know people who don't believe in God. It's all good. I still kick it with them. We don't talk about it at all. It's all good. But I'm just saying, Dana's not really a man of God. He supports Trump. So take that with a grain of salt, right? I think that some of the people who believe in God, they're having a hard time believing in Trump. And I don't know how to tie all that in, but I'm just presenting it to you, some of the things I've been noticing. Like, Dana doesn't believe in God, really. Apparently, Trump doesn't believe in God. So just food for thought. Food for thought. And I'll say this, if you don't believe in God, right, then Dana would hear some of the stuff that Trump is or that Bryce is saying about Trump and be like, "Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy." Right? But the Bible is real, in my opinion. The Bible is real. And you should kind of like, it's very hard, but I would say that like the Bible is a good basis, to kind of base the world off of. If that makes sense to you, like there's a lot of lessons in the Bible, that like kind of guide you through the world. Like there's other things too Bryce has mentioned, like seas parting and stuff like that, rivers drying up. Like these are all prophecies in the Bible, so all I'm saying about this, I'm gonna try to simplify it right here. There's prophecies in the Bible that predict the future of the world, right? Of the world that we live in today. There's prophecies in the Bible. Aside from the mark of the beast, this is one of the most popular ones. The mark of the beast. My mom fucking talks about this all the time. But aside from the mark of the beast, there's also the part about the rivers drying up or something like that, and then the sea splitting or something. So what I'm saying is, if you don't believe in God, you look at Bryce and you think he's fucking crazy. So don't expect Dana to have any sympathy for Bryce and what he's saying about Trump. Like Dana's gonna think he's crazy as fuck. But to me, I think that's a little bit flawed. You know what I mean? Because Dana's the one walking around a little bit like clueless in a way. At least Bryce is following the Bible and God. Personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I know people are atheists out there, and it's all good. What else do I have to say about this? There's more I have to say about this. The Epstein files. That's right, the Epstein files. So yeah, the fact that Trump doesn't release the Epstein files, right? He did play on peace in the Middle East, and I guess but what happened recently? They released Israeli prisoners, right? They got the Hamas to release Israeli prisoners. So how is that peace in the Middle East? We still has there been justice for the Palestinians? Like I heard about the fact that Israeli prisoners got released, but where's justice for the Palestinians? That's what people are calling for. Trump ran on that, right? Peace in the Middle East, talking to Khabib at the events, right? Just politicking and shit like that. I do personally, we're all entitled to our opinions, but we're getting political tonight, boys. I personally think it's slimy that we are in, Israel's pockets and stuff like that. It just, the fact that we are in Israel's pockets, right? And everybody else in the US, or like the large majority in the US, are like, yo, we got to get help for Palestine. Like Israel, what they're doing to Palestine isn't right, right? Everybody agrees on that, like pretty much unanimously, except the administration. Now, why doesn't the administration agree on that? Because they're funded by Israel, or we fund Israel. We're in their pockets, so to speak. And this is just a guess, but I think it's because Jews and Christians, they get along, right? But the Muslims and the Christians don't get along. And what are the people from Palestine? Please tell me what their religion is. Is it Jewish? Is it Christian? Or is it Muslim? So that's the funny thing here is like religion does come into play. I'm explaining it to you right now. You know what I mean? We are a Christian nation, right? We don't align ourselves with Muslims at all. But then it's like, I think we're shooting ourselves in the foot, aligning ourselves with Israel, to be honest with you. And if Donald Trump isn't the mark of the beast, then fucking Benjamin Netanyahu definitely is. That Netanyahu dude is something else, man. He's making the Jews look bad, in my opinion. I'm just saying it. I'm saying it all on here right now. But then Donald Trump does these things where he, what does he do? He got the ICE, right? He got the ICE going. And then he released the Israeli prisoners. That's about all he's done, is it not? I'm not political, really. But I just speak about this stuff from kind of like a matter-of-fact basis. Just like I explained it a second ago with the religion and shit like that, why we support Israel. I feel like people don't tie that in, though. Like, why do we support Israel, right? Well, because we definitely aren't going to be in bed with fucking Palestine. They're Muslim, which is weird to me. Like, why are we so against Muslim? I don't know. These are just questions at this point, bro. I don't know all the answers, but I do have questions. Mark of the Beast coming in 42 months. Who knows? Border Patrol, he been shooting missiles at boats with drugs. Okay, so I guess that's a good thing. But in my opinion, he's like, this is just a random thought, Richie. Richie, I'm gonna give you a random thought because I know he's been doing that along with the things like ICE and Israel, but it's like, are those just to say he's doing things? Because the other more important things as far as to the American people, right, are the Epstein files, are peace in the Middle East. The American people really care about that right now, right? They care about America first. So the ICE, that's why a lot of people are supporting ICE right now, because they are America first. And I feel like Trump's almost exploiting that a little bit. Muslim have morals that can't be controlled. Dude, what does that even mean though? Like they have morals that can't be controlled? You're talking about 9/11 or something? Like he's sending 100 ICE troops to Oakland, and I'm telling you right now, 100 troops ain't enough to even round 2% of the illegals here. Well, also I'm hearing too that like in LA and shit, there's a teacher protesting being like, yo, because there's a lot of illegals in LA too, Los Angeles. And there's a teacher protesting being like, hey, you're not even the only ones with guns, bro. Like you ICE agents with guns, like don't think you're the only ones out here carrying. Like come pull up on us right now. Pull up on us. I dare you. I dare you. So all this stuff is interesting. He's right. Let's just read a few of these. He's right. Well, Bryce days as UFC fighter might be coming to an end. Told you guys. Ari Emanuel, don't play. Absolutely nothing wrong with the quoted first paragraph. Holy curveball, no pun intended. Trump is such an obvious con man, and it amazes me that anybody falls for his bullshit, especially for this long. I'm going to say this, boys. I'm going to say this. So I kind of have been like, I've been saying, like, I hear Trump, you know, I hear people aren't too happy with him, but I don't know all these policies and shit. But I think Trump supporters, they really stand by him still. Like, Trump supporters really stand by him. And I'm only saying that because this comment right here, Trump is such an obvious con man, it amazes me that anybody falls for his bullshit, especially for this long. A lot of people are waking up there. There's so many people who are still under his spell. For me, it's like this. As soon as I hear, like Trump ain't following his policies and, like, you know, there's cause for pause, I just pull back the support. It's like, hey, you got to show me, bro. You got to show me. Right now, like, people are saying negative things about you. You got to show me, bro, that these people, what they're saying isn't true. And so go ahead and release the Epstein files. Go ahead and make peace in the Middle East. Right? Go ahead and do those things, and then I'll be able to refute what other people are saying about you. Stop giving all this money to Israel and Ukraine, right? But I guess we have to. I don't know why we have to do that. Somebody enlighten me, please. I would love to be enlightened. Do we have to give money to Israel and shit like that? Like, we give money to Israel, and then Israel takes the money and just, like, uses it to basically keep fucking over Palestine. I mean, if that's not it, then somebody tell me that's not it. But I feel like that's kind of it. Bryce is cool, but when was Trump fatally wounded in the dome? Well, you gotta make connections. He wasn't fatally wounded, but he escaped death. That's close enough. Hasn't he also said several other people are the Antichrist before, or am I tripping? Bro's trying to save face after everyone flamed him for saying he'd fish with Hitler. I suggested Trump could be the Antichrist during his last term, but he fits it even better this time.